Welcome to iRaise online classes. The last session we discussed the rules in the topic voice. This session will go for an exercise on the same topic. We'll try solving the questions based only on the rules we discussed. The meaning should remain the same. The tense in the category must also remain the same on converting a sentence from one voice to the other. When you go for a statement, the sentence, a question, identify the tense and the category. That's the first thing that needs to be done. The tense and the category must remain the same. The meaning should also remain the same. Come to the first one. Smoke and flames engulfed the area and made rescue operations difficult. This sentence is in the active voice. Engulfed is V2. Engulfed is V2. And made rescue operations difficult. Made is also V2. This sentence is in the active voice, simple past tense. So in the passive voice also it must be in the simple past tense. The structure of simple past in the passive voice is was or were plus V3. Was or were plus V3 is the structure of simple past in the passive voice. So option that we go for as the answer must be in the structure was or were plus V3. Now option A is eliminated because A says make. Make is V1. V1 and V2 will not come in the passive voice, eliminated. Option B is eliminated because B says making. Making is ing. Ing is not given in the question, eliminated. Come to C. The area has been engulfed in smoke and flames and made rescue operations difficult. Was or were is not there. Then been comes in the passive voice in the perfect tense. We want the answer to be in the simple past tense, eliminated. Now we have only one option left. Come to Delhi. The area was engulfed in smoke and rescue operations were made difficult. Was engulfed is was plus V3, simple past. And rescue operations were made difficult. Were made is were plus V3, simple past. This is what we want. The answer is option D. We can save a lot of time while approaching questions on voice and speech, provided we know the structures of the categories of the three tenses by heart. Come to the next one. The vintage cars hold a special place in the hearts of their owners. Hold is V1. V1 will not come in the passive voice. So this sentence is in the active voice. The vintage cars are doing the action here. Subject plus V1 is simple present. So this sentence is in the simple present tense, active voice. In the passive voice also it must be in the simple present tense. The structure of simple present in the passive voice is ROM plus V3. So option that we go for as the answer must be in this structure, ROM plus V3. Come to option A. A special place in the hearts of the vintage car owners is held by them. Is held is plus V3, simple past. Leave it there. Come to B. A special place was held by the vintage cars in the hearts of their owners. Was held is was plus V3, simple past. We want simple present. Option B is eliminated. Come to C. A special place is held by the vintage cars in the hearts of their owners. Is held is plus V3, simple present. Leave it there. A special place is being held by the vintage cars in the hearts of their owners. Being comes only in the continuous tense in the passive voice. We want simple present tense, eliminated. Now we have two options left, A and C. Every sentence must be grammatically correct and must make sense. Come to a question once again. The vintage cars hold a special place in the hearts of their owners. Whose owners? The owners of the vintage cars. A special place, option A. A special place in the hearts of the vintage car owners is held by them is wrong. Does not make sense. Come to C. A special place is held by the vintage cars in the hearts of their owners. That means the owners of the vintage cars. The meaning remains the same. The answer must be option C. Come to the next one. Shut the door and leave. This is an order. We have active voice. We have shut means like you shut. The pronoun, the subject you is understood here. There's no need for me to look at you and say you shut the door. or you leave. I can just say leave or shut the door. The subjective is understood here. Active voice, order. We have two orders here. One order is shut the door. The other order is leave. Come to the first one. Shut the door is an order. The object is given. What is that? The door is the object here. In the case of an order in the active voice, if the object is given, in the passive voice, the sentence must be in the structure let plus object plus be plus V3. So the first order must be in this form. Come to the second one, and leave. Leave is a second order. The object is not given. In the case of an order in the active voice, if the object is not given, in the passive voice, the sentence must be in the structure you are ordered plus infinitive. You are ordered plus infinitive. So first order must be in this structure. The second order must be in this structure. Now come to the first one. Let the door be shut. Let plus object plus be plus V3. The first one is completely fine. And you are ordered to leave. You are ordered to leave is you are ordered plus to leave is infinitive. The first one is in the correct order. The second one is also in the correct order. Option A is correct. Leave it. Come to option B. Let the door be shutted. There's nothing like shutted. It's shut, shut, shut. V1, V2, V3. So eliminate it. Come to C. Let the door shut be. Let plus object plus be plus V3. Let the door be shut. Completely fine. And you be let. Let the door be shut is completely fine. The second one is not in the correct structure. It has to be in this structure. Option C is eliminated. Come to Delhi. Let be the door shut. The order is let plus object plus be plus V3. Option D is in the order let plus be plus object plus V3. Incorrect structure, eliminated. The answer must be option A. The next one. It's who. Who knows you? Who knows you? Question mark. Interrogative sentence. Who knows you? You are receiving the action. Object comes to the end in active voice. Knows is V1 here. V1 will never come in the passive voice. So this sentence is in the active voice, simple present tense. So option that we go for as the answer in the passive voice must also be in the simple present tense. And simple present tense structure is is, are, or am plus V3. Now option B is eliminated because there's no question mark here. If there's a question mark in the active voice, there must be a question mark in the passive voice as well. There's no question mark in option B, eliminated. Come to A. By whom are you known? Are you known as R plus V3, simple present. To whom you are known, R plus V3, simple present. Who are you known, R plus V3, simple present. Anyway, option D is gone. Who are you known is completely it's a complete different meaning. Gone. I say A is also eliminated because I said I am known to you, you are known to me, they are known to us. So it cannot be by whom, it must be to whom. Among the four given options, the answer is C. Now sometimes at the time of the examination, all the options may be wrong. If you attempt the question, you will get the answer. You will get the marks, right? You will get the mark for it. Here, I say all the options are grammatically wrong. So if you attempt this question, you will get the marks. Now here, to whom you are known, question mark. It must be to. I am known to you. To is fine. This is an interrogative sentence. If it is an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verb must appear before the noun or pronoun. That's the rule we discussed. In the case of an interrogative sentence, the auxiliary verb must appear before the noun or pronoun. Come to option C. To whom you are known, you is a pronoun here, are is the auxiliary verb here. The auxiliary verb is coming after the pronoun. If it is interrogative, this is interrogative. If it is interrogative, the auxiliary verb must come before the pronoun. This is also wrong. In fact, all the options are wrong. The correct sentence must be to whom are you known question mark. To whom are you known question mark? This must be the answer. It must be to whom, not by whom, because I am known to you. To whom are you known question mark? Are you known is are plus V3 simple present. This is an interrogative sentence. Are is the auxiliary verb here. You is the pronoun here. The auxiliary verb is coming before the pronoun. Grammatically correct. This must be the answer. The option that we go for must be grammatically correct. Now, if all the options are wrong, nothing can be done. You just attempt the question, you'll get the mark for it. Come to the next one. After, the meaning should remain the same. After taking her to the hospital, I dropped her at her place. After taking her to the hospital, I dropped her at her place. I dropped her is subject plus V2, simple past. So the sentence is in the active voice, simple past. Simple past in the passive voices was or were plus V3. So I dropped her, was or were plus V3 must be there. Come to option A. After being taken to the hospital, she was dropped at her place by me. Was dropped is was plus V3 must be considered. Leave it. Come to B. After been taken to the hospital, she was dropped at her place by me. Been comes only in the perfect tense. There's no perfect tense given in the question. Option B is eliminated. Come to C. After being taken, she was sent to the hospital and dropped at her place by me. According to the question, she was not sent to the hospital. She was taken to the hospital. The meanings are completely different. Option C is eliminated. Come to option D. After being taken to the hospital, she was dropped on her place by me. Was dropped is was plus V3, simple past. Now we have two options left, A and D. The A says dropped at her place. D says dropped on her place. The question says I dropped her at her place. So it cannot be on her place. Based on that, option D is also eliminated. The answer must be option A. After being taken to the hospital, she was dropped at her place by me. Clear? The next one. Understand the meaning. Have this lock broken. I'll tell you the meaning of it. Come to the options. Break this lock. Get someone to break the lock. Let this lock be broken. Have broken this lock be. Now, have broken this lock be. There's no such structure. Option D is eliminated. I say, if A is the question, C must be the answer. If A is the question, C must be the answer. Come to A. Break this lock. This is an order. Break this lock is an order. Break this lock means you break this lock. The subject you is understood here. Break this lock is an order and the object is given here. What is that? This lock is the object here. Order, break is V1, active voice. Active voice, order, object is given. So in the passive voice, the sentence must be in the structure let plus object plus B plus V3. Now come to option C. Let this lock be broken. Let plus the object here is the lock plus B plus broken is V3. So let plus object plus B plus V3. So if the question is option A, the answer must be option C. So based on that, A and C are eliminated. Now we have only one option left. Get someone to break the lock. Now we'll understand the meaning. Understand the meaning of the statement given as a question. Have this lock broken. Have this lock broken means, are you asked to break the lock or are you asked to get someone to break the lock? Have this lock broken means you are not asked to break the lock. You are asked to get someone to break the lock. That is the meaning. That meaning comes only in option B. Get someone to break the lock. The answer must be B. Clear? The meaning should remain the same. Come on, next one. Think before you speak. This is an advice. It is for your benefit actually. You have to, if you think before you speak, it is your benefit. You will not get any bad name or negative feedback. So this is an advice. Advice means imperative. Every imperative sentence in the passive voice must be in the infinitive form. Order, request, advice. Every imperative sentence in the passive voice must be in the infinitive form. Based on that, option A is eliminated. Infinitive is not there. B is eliminated. Infinitive is not there. Now we have just two options left, C and D. You are advised to think before you speak. To think is 2 plus V1 plural infinitive. You are advised plus infinitive, correct structure of advice in the passive voice. Come to D. You are requested to think before you speak. If it is a request, as we discussed in the rules part, if it is a request, please will be there. Please will be there in the statement. There is no please. The word please is not given in the sentence, given as a question. So it is not a request. Option D is eliminated. The answer must be C. You are advised to think before you speak. You are advised plus infinitive. Clear? The next one. One could see her lying on the flower beds. One could see her lying on the flower beds. Now, active voice, because could see is could plus V1 plural. Could plus V1 plural is a structure that comes in the active voice. Now, you start listening to this exercise only after you by heart the rules. Clear? We can save time while approaching presence on speech if you know the rules by heart. One could see her lying on the flower beds. Could see is could plus V1 plural comes in the active voice. In the passive voice, it changes to could plus B plus V3. So could see changes to could be seen. Based on that, option B is eliminated. Option could be lying is wrong because it could be seen, eliminated. Now we have two options left, A and C. Both A and C say could be seen. Come to option A. I'll read the question once again. One could see her lying on the flower beds. A says flower beds could be seen lying on her, exactly opposite meaning. Option A is eliminated. Come to C. She could be seen lying on the flower beds, the same meaning. Then could see changes to could be seen, that is also fine. The answer must be option C. Clear? Come to next. My teacher gave me a journal to read. My teacher gave me, gave is V2. V2 will not come in the passive voice. It's give, gave, given. V1 and V2 will never come in the passive voice. My teacher is the subject here. Subject plus V2 is simple past. So in the passive voice also it must be in the simple past tense. And simple past in the passive voice is was or were plus V3. So option that we go for must be in this structure. Come to option 1. I was given a journal by my teacher to be read. Was given as was plus V3. Leave it there. A journal to read was given to me by my teacher. Was given as was plus V3. A journal was given me. Was given me is wrong. Was given to me is correct. So option C is grammatically wrong. Eliminated. I was given a journal by my teacher to read. Was given as was plus V3. So A, B and C, C is eliminated. A, B and D are in the correct structure. Now we should think about the meaning. The meaning should remain the same. My teacher gave me a journal to read. I have given you examples like this before in the rules part. Subject means a doer of an action. Object means a receiver of an action. A sentence in the active voice begins with a subject. A sentence in the passive voice begins with an object. Come to the question. My teacher gave me a journal to read. My teacher did the action. So my teacher is a subject here. My teacher gave me a journal means I received the action or journal received the action. My teacher gave me a journal means I received the action, not the journal. A sentence in the passive voice begins with an object, I. The pronoun I is the object here. Based on that, option B is eliminated. Now come to, because B starts with a journal. Come to A. I was given a journal by my teacher to be read. My teacher to be read means teacher has to be read. Teacher shouldn't be read. Journal should be read. That is a meaning. Completely different meanings eliminated. Then one simple reason. To read is infinitive. And in this sentence, to read is not a main verb because we have another main verb here. What is that? Gave, not teacher. Gave is a main verb here. So to read is not a main verb. As we discussed in the rules part, to read, the infinitive remains the same. So based on that, to be read is eliminated. The answer must be option D. I was given. Was given is was plus V3. Simple past. A journal by my teacher to read. And the infinitive is not a main verb here. It remains the same. To read remains the same. The answer must be option D. If you're not getting the help of one rule, forget about it. Think about some other rules. Come on, next one. We must now deal with these problems. Deal is a verb, with is a preposition. So deal with becomes a phrase. We cannot divide the words in a phrase. We must now deal with. Must now deal with is must plus V1 plural. Must plus V1 plural comes in the active voice. So this sentence is in the active voice. Then in the passive voice, it changes to must plus B plus V3. Must plus V1 plural comes in the active voice. In passive voice, it becomes must plus B plus V3. So must deal with changes to must be dealt with. Must be dealt with. Based on that, option B is eliminated. B says these problems must now be dealing with. Eliminated. Now come to option D. These problems are to be dealt with by us. Must is not there. Eliminated. Now we have two options, A and C. Come to A. These problems must now be dealt with by us. Must now be dealt with is must plus B plus V3 must be considered. Come to option C. These problems must now dealt with by us. B is missing there in option C, eliminated. The answer must be option A. These problems must now be dealt with by us. Must plus B plus V3. Clear? Come to the next one. I am not going to tolerate this nonsense anymore. I am not going to tolerate this nonsense anymore. That's the meaning. The meaning should remain the same. Come to me. This nonsense is not going to be tolerated by me any. Now, this is not anyone. Spelling mistake. It's any more. It's a typo. It's any more. Yeah. I'm not going to tolerate this nonsense anymore. Come to option A. This nonsense is not going to be tolerated by me anymore. Must be considered. To be tolerated is 2 plus B plus V3. Come to B. This nonsense is not being gone to be tolerated. There's nothing like being gone. Not being gone to be tolerated is a wrong usage. So option B is eliminated. This nonsense is not being going to be tolerated. Two ing forms cannot come together. C is gone, D is also gone. The answer must be option A. This nonsense is not going to be tolerated by me anymore. This nonsense is not being gone to be tolerated. There's no such structure in English. Nothing like being gone to be tolerated. Eliminated. The answer must be option A. This nonsense is not going to be tolerated by me anymore. Clear? Now I told you, going to tolerate is going to plus V1 plural. And going to plus V1 plural comes in the active voice. In the passive voice, what must be the structure? Going to plus B plus V3. So option that we go for as the answer must be in this structure. Going to plus B plus V3 throughout the options. Going to plus B plus V3 does not come in option B. Being gone to be tolerated, eliminated, because going is not there, eliminated. Being going, two ing forms cannot come together, eliminated. Come to option A once again. This nonsense is not going to be tolerated, is going to plus B plus V3. The only option that is in this structure is option A. The answer must be A. Getting it? The next one. Before they invented printing, people had to write everything by hand. Now, had to write is had to plus V1 plural. Had to plus V1 plural comes in the active voice. In the passive voice, it changes to had to plus B plus V3. So, had to write changes to had to be written. Now based on that, option C is eliminated. Had to be written is not there. Option D is also eliminated. Had to be written is not there. Now we have only two options left because of simple concept. The rule, two options are gone. Actually we can save time by cracking questions in no time. We know the rules by heart. Come to option A. Now before they invented printing, they, the pronoun they is a subject here. Invented is V2, subject plus V2 is simple past. Passive voice, it must change to was so were plus V3. Before printing was invented, was plus V3. The second case also it is was plus V3. That structure is completely fine. Before printing was invented, everything had to be written by hand. Come to option B. Before printing was invented by them, everything had to be written. The subject here is people, which is a general subject. A general subject is not required in the passive voice. Based on that, option B is eliminated. Them refers to people. And one more reason, written by hand, because then the question is not given there in option B. Gone, the answer must be option A. Before printing was invented, everything had to be written by hand. By hand means everything had to be written by hand by people. People is a very general subject which is not required in the passive voice. Bombay is gone, the answer must be option A. Come to the next one. Did anyone ever make it clear how one operates the machine? Did anyone ever make it clear? Did anyone ever make it clear? Simple past tense. Did plus V1 plural. It's always did plus V1 plural. Did comes only in the past tense, simple past tense, V2. Do, did, done. V1 and V2 will never come in the passive voice. This is simple past tense. Passive voice must be was or were plus V3. Then, make it clear how one operates the machine. One is a subject here. Operates is V1. V1 will not come in the passive voice. Subject plus V1 is simple present. So that idea in the passive voice must be in the simple present itself. And simple present in the passive voice is ROM plus V3. So first idea must be in this structure. Was so were plus V3. The second idea must be in this structure. Is ROM plus V3. Now come to option A. Was it ever made clear how the machine, it's how action. Was it ever made clear how the machine is operated? Was it ever made clear is was plus V3, simple past. How the machine is operated is plus V3, simple present. Must be considered. Leave. Come to option B. Did anyone ever make it clear how the machine is operated? Did is V2. V2 will not come in the passive voice. One more reason, was so were is not there in this statement. Option B is eliminated. Come to C. Was it ever made clear how to operate the machine? Was it ever made clear is was plus V3, simple past. This first idea is completely fine. How to operate the machine? The second idea must be in the order is ROM plus V3. Yes, ROM is not given there in this statement. The second idea is not fine. Option C is eliminated. Was how to operate the machine ever made clear? Yes, ROM plus V3 is not there. Was plus V3 is also not there. Eliminated. The answer must be. Now the subject here is anyone, which is a general subject which is not required in the passive voice. Anyone, everyone, someone, somebody, everybody, anybody. All these are general subjects, and general subject is not required in the passive voice. Was it ever made clear how the machine is operated? Operated by anyone. Was it ever made clear by anyone is not required. Anyone is understood here. General subject. So was it ever made clear how the machine is operated? Simple past. Here also simple past. Simple present. Here also simple present. The answer must be option A. Come to the next one. Why did your father refuse to give the money to you? The meaning should remain the same. Why did your father refuse to give the money to you? Did is V2, will not come in the passive voice. So this sentence is in the active voice, simple past tense. So passive voice must be in the structure was or were plus V3. So we want an option that is in this structure. Why was your father refused money to you? Was plus V3, simple past. Why was the money not given to you by your father? Was plus V3, simple past. Why was the money refused to be given to you by your father? Was plus V3, simple past. Why the money was refused to be given to you by your father? Was plus V3, simple past. We cannot get any help from the structures. Now we need to think about the meaning. The question says, why did your father refuse to give the money to you? That's the meaning. Come to option A. Why was your father refused money to you? Father refusing to give the money is not given there in option A. Completely different meanings. Option A is eliminated. Come to B. Why was the money not given to you by your father? Father refusing to give the money is not mentioned there in B. Refusing is not mentioned here. Option B is eliminated. Come to C. Why was the money refused to be given to you by your father? The same meaning. Come to Delhi. Why the money was refused to be given to you by your father? The same meaning. Now we need to find out which of these two means C or D is grammatically correct. This is an interrogative sentence. It ends with a question mark. Now, as I told you, if it is interrogative, the auxiliary verb must come before the noun or pronoun. That is a rule we discussed. Now come to option C. Why was the money refused to be given to you by your father? Was is the auxiliary verb here. Money is the noun. The money is a noun here. The auxiliary verb is coming before the noun. Grammatically correct. Interrogative sentence. Come to option D. Why the money was refused to be given to you by your father? The money is the noun here. Was is the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is coming after the noun. The auxiliary verb can come after the noun only if it is not an interrogative sentence. This is an interrogative sentence. Option D is eliminated. The answer must be option C. Clear? I repeat, the option that we select as the answer must be grammatically correct. Come to the next one. A fortnight means like 2 weeks. A fortnight after he was convicted for the rape and murder of his classmate, the Delhi High Court sentenced him to death on Monday. Fine. Come to option A. A fortnight after he had been convicted for the rape and murder of his classmate, he had been sentenced to death by the Delhi High Court on Monday. Been in the passive voice comes only in the perfect tense. The sentence given as a question is not in the perfect tense. Option A is eliminated. Come to B. A fortnight after he was convicted for the rape and murder of his classmate, he has been sentenced to death by Delhi High Court on Monday. Been comes only in the perfect tense. There is no perfect tense here. Eliminated. One more reason. The Delhi High Court sentenced him. The Delhi High Court is a subject here. Sentence is V2. Subject plus V2 is simple past tense. This is perfect tense. This is also perfect tense. Eliminated. One more reason. Has is present tense. The tense and the category must remain the same. Come to C. A fortnight after he was convicted for the rape and murder of his classmate, he was sentenced to death. Was sentence is was plus V3. Simple past here. Simple past here. This is what we want. He was sentenced to death by the Delhi High Court on Monday. Must be considered. Come to Delhi. A fortnight after he was been convicted, reading been itself I eliminated. Been comes only in the perfect tense. So based on been, 3 options are gone. A is gone, B is gone, D is gone. The answer must be option C. Clear? Because in every perfect sentence in the passive voice, been must come. The question given as the sentence given as a question is not in the perfect tense. So based on been, A, B and D are eliminated. The answer must be C. Come to the next one. Tiny houses dot the landscape. Dot is V1. V1 is dot, V2 is dotted, V3 is dotted. So tiny houses dot the landscape is subject plus V1 and subject plus V1 is simple present. In the passive voice also it must be the simple present tense. Simple present structure in passive voices, as you know, is ROM plus V3. Based on that, was is eliminated. Past tense gone. Being is eliminated. Being comes only in the continuous sentence in the passive voice. We want simple present tense eliminated. Then D is eliminated. D says bin. Bin comes only in the perfect tense in the passive voice. Eliminated. The only option left is C. The landscape is dotted by tiny houses. Based only on the structures and those concepts, keep eliminating options very quickly. The landscape is dotted by tiny houses. Is dotted is plus V3, and is plus V3 is symbol present in the passive voice. The next one. Understand the meaning. Teachers should be respected. Teachers should be respected means teachers are doing the action or receiving the action? Receiving the action. Teachers should be respected means teachers are receiving the action. Object comes at the beginning in the passive voice. That is based on the meaning. Now, should be respected is should plus be plus V3. And should plus be plus V3 is a structure that comes in the passive voice. So the question is in the passive voice. We want the answer in the active voice. Should plus be plus V3 comes in the passive voice. In the active voice, it becomes should plus V1 plural. So should be respected should change to should respect. Clear? Based on that, A is eliminated. Should is not there. B is eliminated. Should is not there. C is eliminated. Should is not there. The answer must be D. We should respect teachers, and should respect is should plus V1 plural simple present tense. Should plus V1 plural active voice. Here is passive voice. We got the answer in the active voice. Got it? The next one. You must write off all those bad debts. I say it's in the active voice. One reason is you are doing the action. The subject comes at the beginning in active voice. Must write off. Write is a verb. Off is a preposition. Write off becomes a phrase. We cannot divide the words in a phrase. Must write off is must plus V1 plural. And must plus V1 plural comes in the active voice. In the passive voice, it becomes must plus B plus V3. So must write off changes to must be written off. Now we'll see in how many options we have must be written off. In option A we have must be written off. In option B also we have must be written off. C and D are eliminated. Because must be written off is not mentioned in C and D, gone. I'll read the question once again. The meaning should remain the same. You must write off all those bad debts. Come to option A. You must be written off by all those bad debts means the exact opposite meaning. You cannot be written off. The bad debts must be written off. Option A is gone. The answer must be B. Come to B now. All those bad debts must be written off by you. The same meaning, and must be written off is must plus B plus V3. The phrase is coming together. That is all. The phrase is there completely fine. The answer must be option B. Come to the next one. Understand the meaning. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like people telling me what to do. Don't like is present. Do comes only in the present tense. Based on that, option B is eliminated because was is past tense. The tense should remain the same. The meaning should be fine. I don't like people telling me what to do. Come to option A. I don't like being told what to do. By people is not required here because people is a very general subject which is not required in the passive voice. So I don't like being told what to do means I don't like being told by people what to do. The meaning remains the same. Leave it. Come to option C. I do not like being told by the people. Being told what to do is not mentioned there in C. Completely different meaning. C is gone. Come to option D. People don't like telling me what to do. Question is, I don't like people telling me what to do. People don't like telling me what to do. Completely different meaning. Eliminated. The answer must be option A. I don't like being told what to do. Clear? Come to next one. Interrogative sentence. Why do you like him so much? Why do you like a simple present? Active voice, simple present tense. In the passive voice also it must be in the simple present tense. In every option we need to have a question mark. We have a question mark. Simple present in the passive voice is yes, are, or am plus V3. Based on that, option A is eliminated. Been comes only in the perfect tense, in the passive voice. Be is eliminated. Was is past tense. The question is in the present tense. Eliminated. Now we have two options left, C and D. Come to C. Why is he liked by you so much? Question mark. Is he liked is plus V3, simple present. Option D. Why he is liked by you so much? Is plus V3, simple present, passive voice. So both the options C and D are the correct structure. Now we need to find out which is grammatically correct or not. They convey the same meaning actually. Come to option C. Interrogative sentence, as I told you earlier, the auxiliary verb must come before the noun or pronoun. Come to option C. Why is he liked by you so much? Is is the auxiliary verb. He is the pronoun here. The auxiliary verb is coming before the pronoun. Interrogative sentence, grammatically correct. Come to option D. Why he is liked by you so much? Interrogative. The pronoun here is he. Is the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is coming after the pronoun. If it is interrogative, the auxiliary verb must come before the pronoun. Grammatically wrong. The answer must be option C. Getting it?